put a new one in there, and I'm really obsessive about that. I like to have new razors all the time. There is no need with Harry's. That's the quality, and that's how you really know if you're getting a good razor. We're talking about Harry's.com.
It feels new every day, doesn't it? I shaved with it this morning, and I'm smooth as a baby.
I love Harry's so much that I went out and got me that fog-free mirror for the shower.
Yes.
And yeah, that's where I shave everything. Anyway, Harry's makes their own blades in their own German factory. Blades that respect your face and your wallet. On average, you'll save $150 a year just by using Harry's instead of other lousy blades. Plus, Harry's has free shipping. What's not to like?
Hey!
Yeah. Anyway, introducing 2 brand new products to improve your shave from Harry's. Rob, now, incidentally, unlike some other products for this show, the Harry's products go to Rob and then to me. So you said you were sending me some Harry's foaming shave gel, correct?
That is incorrect. I offered it to you, and you said you should try it. You're the one who shaves your head. You should use it. And let me tell you this.
Do you use the Harry's foaming shave gel on your?
It's fantastic.
Okay, because I bought my own razors. And,
yes. Would you like some foaming gel?
I'd love some foaming gel and some Harry's aftershave moisturizer.
Yes, you shall have them both.
The foaming gel protects your face as you shave. The moisturizing lotion locks in the moisture. After you shave, you feel fresh all day. As always, your satisfaction's guaranteed. Go to Harrys.com now, and Harry's will give you $5 off your first order. Just type in our code TMOS. That's HARRYS.com and enter the coupon code TMOS at checkout for this limited time offer and change the way you shave forever. Okay, well, here we are. It's day number 2 of cleaning up this mess that is identity theft, and it's just been weird. You have this feeling, and I'm sure anybody that's gone through this, you have a feeling that's with you always of just being fearful of
violated. I would think.
What are they doing and what are they up to? And so cleaning it up. Hopefully everything's been taken care of, and we can rest easy about that. But the internet has me worn out.
Got you by the cojones.
It's just something.
Did it affect your sleep last night? I would think.
No. Strangely enough, it didn't. But it did right up until Betty Bye time. Actually, I took a day yesterday to just escape from it and get away from it, and I went to the movies yesterday.
Oh, you saw yourself a motion picture?
Isn't that sweet?
Sure.
And it is sweet. You're going to even think it's sweeter when you find out the movie that I went to see.
Was it not appropriate to your age demographic?
Well, based on the theater that I was in, I would say it was extremely appropriate.
Was it packed or
age? No. As a matter of fact, would you like to know the number of people that were in the theater with me yesterday?
Yes, I would.
2.
2 o'clock. So technically a matinee, Mike.
No, it was 2 people, Rob. I'm talking about 2 people.
Oh, so you made 3?
There were 3 of us.
How many trench coats?
None. Not for this movie.
Loose trench coats and people surfing the net.
No, but I'd done all this identity theft thing, and I dealt with people, and it was just getting to me so much that I decided, let me just get away, go into a dark theater, and forget about my troubles for a while. I am down here alone, no Mrs. O'Mara, and movies have been my sanctuary.
It's nice to walk in there and turn your mind off.
Yeah. Now, do the people that were in there, were they on their own, or did you buy tickets and invite them in with you? Did you just
come on in?
Hey, I got 2 tickets here. Anyone want to see them?
Let's do this.
Motion picture.
And incidentally, with everything that I've been going through, I want to apologize to the fat girl that was taking the tickets at the counter.
Call her the fat girl.
Well, that was what it said on the job description. Fat girl who takes tickets. Yeah.
When she said to me, "Do you want a Regal? Regal rewards card?" And I said, "Why?"
Oh, you don't say that. You just say no.
Yeah. No, I took it. Because she gave me a discount that particular day.
Normally, Mike, when a fat girl comes up and asks if you want the Regal reward, you say yes.
Yeah, the Regal reward.
Give me the Regal reward.
Can you touch your toes?
It's funny when there are this few people going to the movies down here, and I'm walking up the stairs, and you see people coming from the other direction. You have the Napoleon reaction if there's anyone in front of you.
Yeah.
Because you know it's empty, and so these people waddled up, and I mean waddled up in front of me, and I just got to the place at the same time.
Right.
And I not only let them go in front of me, but I let them go in front of me as I was doing the Napoleon.
Wow.
And then,
did you gesture to indicate? Because sometimes I've found more effective to showing displeasure is instead of making a noise, is to do a grand sweeping gesture. Like if you step back and you go, Oh.
By all means.
By all means.
Like you're a patrol across the
Yeah, exactly. You're
No, but I let them
traffic.
go in front of me, and then they had questions.
Like what?
Questions of you?
About the Regal
Questions?
Reward?
No, believe it or not, questions to the lady at the ticket booth about what was playing.
Oh, you mean the stuff that is written in 4-inch electric letters above them?
Like it's a menu.
Exactly.
They were so clueless, and their lives obviously are so blissfully ignorant of anything
Well, what do you
that they
have?
chose to get into a car, go to the movies, and let's go to a movie. That's how they said it, which is something I have never done in my adult life, by the way. Got into a car, let's go to the movies. That's what these
That's what
fat fossils said.
Wow, a
they
lot of
said,
fat shaming
let's,
today.
let's go to the movies.
That's
And
a
then
very
asked, well,
appropriate attitude in 1930.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
What about
in the
that
age of
one?
the internet, you know,
What
you
about
really don't
that
need to
one?
do that.
That,
What about
one's rated R. I don't want to go to R.
What's
that
up?
one. What about that? Is that one? What time? Well, we could wait a little. Well, that's not playing until and I'm sitting there and I'd had such a day yesterday that
Yes.
I'm not going to cause a scene in line at a movie theater
Good for
in
you.
beautiful South Florida, where we have the bliss of dealing with that yesterday afternoon. So I let them do that. I think that they ultimately did not make a decision because another lady came to the other booth and sold me my tickets.
Ah.
So that's what it
They
was.
saw
And
action
she
at
was
the
one.
ticket booth.
And she's the one that sold me the Regal Reward.
And it's
They
good
didn't
that
sell
she
it
was-
to me, gave it to me, actually.
It's lucky that she was selling tickets because she's had a bad experience in the time they've put her behind the snack bar.
Hey,
It was
Mike,
very,
you
very
mentioned the word fat a few times.
Yes.
What's going
Yeah.
on? A lot of fat shaming today.
Well, you know what? There are a lot of things in my mind. I was going to talk about it. Actually, we're taping the bonus show Friday,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
No, we're taking it tomorrow. When are we doing
No,
the
Friday.
Friday
bonus?
of this week.
Friday of this week,
Friday.
we're doing it. I'll tell you about that
Okay.
because it's very
Okay.
much at the top of my
Top of
mind.
mind.
But you haven't guessed the movie, and we're up on a break. And let me tell you, when we come back, I will not only tell you about the movie, but I'll give you a fabulous review.
All right.
On the Mike O'Mara Show. We'll take a break. Come right back. That sound can mean only one thing, friends. It's CAT 2014, the Mike O'Mara Show live. We are returning to the Mandalay Ballroom at the Circus Hotel and Casino in scenic, beautiful Reno, Nevada. Saturday, November 15th at 8 p.m. The whole gang is going to be there. Rob, Oscar, me, everybody. Get your tickets by calling the Circus box office at 800-648-5010. That's 800-648-5010. All the information you need, my friends, is at our website, MikeO'MaraShow.com, for CAT 2014. The Mike O'Mara Show Live. We'll see you there. All right, folks, we're a little over a third of the way to CAT 2014. What I need you to do, and I really, really need you to do, when we do these things the first time, we don't sweat it. When we do them the second time or the third time, we do sweat it. I'd like to enlist all of you, all of our fans out there on the West Coast that know the Mike O'Mara Show and know especially what a great time you had the last time. It's time for you to mobilize and get on your Facebook page and contact your friends. We do our own marketing, folks. We do not do advertising outside of the show. So please, if you know people that had a great time, make sure they're contacted. Make sure that they know the tickets are available so you can get out there and see us at CAT 2014. We will see you there. November 15th, Saturday night at the Mandalay Ballroom in Circus.
Boom, bam.
Welcome back to the show. This portion of our program is brought to you by the Charity Hockey Classic.
Yay.
It's time to have a lot of fun for a great cause. The 6th Annual Charity Hockey Classic. We are pleased to be back as part of this special event to benefit the Children's National Healthcare System. Saturday, October 25th at the beautiful Kettler Capitals Iceplex in Arlington, Virginia. Enjoy a great afternoon of hockey while you're helping out an important cause. As a nonprofit, Children's National relies on the support of donors to improve the health of children in D.C., across the country, and around the world. Children's gives away over $40 million in care each year because they never turn away a patient, whether they can pay or not. So come out, have some fun, and make a difference. Hang with the Caps official mascot Slapshot, the lovely Red Rockers Cap Spirit Team, rawr, and members of the Mike O'Mara Show and the More Network. Plus, a few surprises. $10 to get in, and kids are admitted free. All the details you need are at charityhockeyclassic.com. Come have a blast for a great cause. We will see you there at the Charity Hockey Classic.
One thing that's not in that copy, and I should have put it in, is that even if you do pay, Children's is still the best care that Robert ever got when he was going through his leukemia treatment. Such fine people and a great organization. If you can come out and support it, it would mean a lot to me. Thank you.
You want to find some really great human beings, pop into any children's hospital.
God,
and
you'll
see the doctors, the volunteers, the nurses, the people that do all the work out there. They're a special breed, better than we are, and I mean that.
Yeah.
And really just do great. Working with kids that are having a tough time, it's just it's God's work. I really
truly
believe
is.
that. So please help out the Charity Hockey Classic. Welcome back to the show. I was talking about the identity theft dealings that I had for the last 40 to 48 hours, and the fact that I escaped the movies. This is about as big an escape as you can possibly get.
When you go to a theater that is devoid of people, when you go to an Elvis-like screening like that,
I do it a lot. I've been doing it a lot since Carla's been gone.
What is your choice seat? Where do you go? Given the entire theater to choose from, where do you sit down?
When it's an empty theater, I will move right into the middle. I will move into the middle area.
Dead center?
Yeah, dead center, and
Okay.
I will. It can be anywhere from 7 to 8 to 10 rows back.
I am
that's what
I
like to
am
do.
so particular that Carrie, I could go into a theater ahead of her and she would find me right away. I like the left aisle, eighth row. That's the seat I love. Do you have a preference?
No, I just go.
I love
Whatever's
the
open's
eighth row.
open.
I think the eighth row is perfect.
But hey, when Oscar goes though, it's always like there's only 2 seats left.
Well, yeah, because
He
it's just
goes to
open and
those
it's
movies.
amazing.
Yeah, I go opening night. Most of these.
Yeah, and a lot of times his seat is taped off, Mike.
What did you say? You go at night like
Yeah.
most normal people?
Yeah.
You dick. Absolutely. Yeah.
Friday or Saturday night.
Sure. Yeah.
Oscar's jetting out to L.A. again. He's heading out this afternoon. He's going to be going out to L.A. Another trip to L.A. This is the second time in a month that he's going out to L.A.
He'll be staying at his Uncle Phil's house, right?
Yeah, Uncle Phil. Yeah. Big Judge got a big stack of bricks out there.
Tomorrow we will have Oscar in the living room.
My
with
cousin
Luca
Carlton
again.
will be there as well.
Now, do the kids go to school before you talk to us, or will we
They actually
get some of the kids?
because they understand the business of show now, Mike. When they're preparing in the morning, my sister or brother-in-law are making them lunch, and they're getting dressed. They're quiet as a church mouse as they're walking around the kitchen because I do the show from their kitchen.
Sure.
And they walk around and they start talking, and Luca will look at Sophia and go, "Shh, the Oscar's doing a show."
That's right. We don't want to
like
get
that.
hit again.
Isn't that great? hey.
No, that's
Because Luca's older and she's just directing little Sophia.
And speaking of quiet as a church mouse, joining us in studio tomorrow, Mike, Mickey Coachella.
Mickey Coachella will be here.
The
So we'll
shy
have
and
Oscar in
retiring
L.A.
star,
and
it's
and we'll.
Mickey.
Hey, I'll ask Mickey because people were wondering. Hey, man, you didn't do enough shows. What's going on?
Yeah,
Are
what's
you
your story,
vanishing?
man?
You know, and I want Mickey. Mickey's a guy that'll be honest. He'll pour himself out.
He's
and
out
let us know what's
one
going
a
on.
week ever since the fall started. One a week.
So he's back on
He's
his
back on track,
schedule
yeah.
of doing that. But now, what do you? Why do you have a look?
Who,
Why
me?
do you have a? Yeah, you had a little look on your face.
I didn't know
What
if I
did
was
you-
going to bring up the phrase that I enjoy saying. It's Mickey Coachella's back to school special. And let's change it. What it is this podcast, it's the fall pumpkin spice edition of It's Mickey.
I can't wait to talk to him. 'Cause
It'll be
he'll
fun.
I don't know his entire story either.
I don't either. And he's always a blast.
All right, we'll get back to Oscar in L.A. I want to find out what's on his itinerary, but I will tell you that yesterday I went to a movie called Dolphin Tale 2.
Oh, no.
I did.
Oh,
I
Mike.
did.
You know what that
I
is?
went to a G-rated. I
What's
went to
wrong
a
That
G-rated.
with you?
That is sad.
I love Me the Dolphins. I'm somebody who commiserates with dolphins more than you guys.
Did you think it was about
in
Dan
the
Marino?
wild, I've seen dolphins in the wild within the week.
Did you think it was about Dan Marino?
No, I knew it because this is the
Football
one my
movie.
girls make fun of me because I cried at the first one.
Okay.
What's wrong with you, man?
Dolphins do it for me.
I see
Dolphins
sewer rats
do
right
it
around.
for
I don't
me.
get to see a movie about sewer rats.
And
I
you know
know
what?
the-
The title is a pun because it's not really about their tails. It's a tale about dolphins. You see.
It had
such
Morgan
a great-
Freeman
Yes.
in it. It had it had Harry Connick Jr. in it, and it has the two little kids that
There's
love
a baby
the
dolphin, right? I
dolphins,
remember for
and,
the commercial.
But it's a true story about a dolphin.
Oh, God.
It is a true story about a dolphin that had no tail, and they put a prosthetic on it, and it's sweet. It's sweet.
It's just like the
and
third
it's
boob
wonderful.
we talked about yesterday.
It's not like the third boob. It has nothing to do with
Morgan Freeman and Harry Connick Jr. in The Third Boob 2.
third boob too. That will be in the news. You may not.
What
need to know.
happens?
But anyway,
What happens?
I'm not telling you what happens. A lot of youngsters, a lot of
Little
good,
kids don't
clean,
listen to this
honest
show.
people that. Well, no, I think adults could go and enjoy this.
Sure, everybody could,
know?
because what it is it's a family-styled entertainment is pioneered by Walt Disney. If you
It is-
enjoyed That Darn Cat, you're gonna love Dolphin's Tale 2.
It is It is syrupy. It is It is melodramatic. It is
But no nudity, right?
over-saccharine. No nudity. No.
Any
But-
foul language?
You know what? Because it takes place just up the road in Clearwater, and they, they rescue, they rehabilitate, and they release. Those are the three things they do for these
This
dogs.
is the
I
first.
can't believe they're showing Release in a G-rated movie.
Now stop it.
This
you know
is the
what?
first
You're
review
soiling my moment
on the
here.
web right now.
Okay.
The title is Dolphin Tale 2. Redundant, but kids will like it anyway.
Kids and disc jockeys. Isn't this the movie where Morgan Freeman looks at the camera about 2/3 of the way through and says, "I can't believe I'm getting paid for this"?
Yeah.
That's the one, isn't it?
Where's Andy Dufresne when I need him?
You know what? I'm going to go to
That was
my
Mike escaping from the theater. He had to crawl over glass and poop to get out.
Oh, God.
It was a beautiful story. And
Oh, actually brought in oh, wow. I didn't know it brought in so many dollars.
Yeah, there's a
here.
lot of kids out there. They're dying to be entertained.
Yeah.
Are
Dolphin,
you sure the
Dolphin Tale
second one-
2, $24.5 million.
That'll buy a lot of prosthetics.
82% on the tomato meter.
Now,
What do you think about that?
I
huh?
think that's fantastic.
It
And
really is. Like, for example, as much as it grates, it still manages to warm the cockles.
Aw,
That's one of
isn't
the
that
reviews.
sweet?
I can't believe
Isn't
they're
that
warming
nice?
cockles in a G-rated movie.
All right, would you like to read the review?
Are you sure
that, comes
that
in?
the sequel, Mike, was based in truth? Because I can understand that Dolphin Tale 1 was based in truth. But was there enough in the true story to really make a sequel?
Maybe I could use the words of Elizabeth Weitzman from
she's-
the New York Daily News.
Yes.
Who writes, most of the family films churned out today are so junky it's almost a shock to find one in which the animals never spout sassy one-liners or show off their hilarious hip-hop moves.
You mean the
And there
dolphin
it
doesn't
is.
even talk?
It doesn't talk. No.
What's the point?
This is horrible. You should
Yeah.
stay home and watch Dog with a Blog. Have you seen that?
No, is it good?
It's great. This dog talks, and he's and I don't know what breed he is, but this is a
Kevin
funny
McCarthy.
breed.
Kevin McCarthy.
here we
of,
go.
Of Fox 5 writes.
He's so nice to you.
He is.
He writes, "I geeked out, and I have a huge penis."
Yeah, that's what he did.
Oh, did he?
No, I just made that up.
okay.
I
I'm
bet
sorry.
that I bet
just
if you
made
hit
that up.
Control I on his computer, it prints "I geeked out" because he says that about every movie ever. Gotham, I geeked out.
jealous.
Will Leach from Deadspin writes, "It just wants to make you leave the theater in a good mood."
Oh,
And it
that's
certainly
sweet.
accomplishes that.
Yeah.
All right.
How many dollars
So-
does a matinee in Southern Florida cost?
$10.
That's
For
high.
a matinee?
Yeah, for a
Jeez.
minute.
Do you
What
go
do you
three-
think?
Did you go
Go to the
3D?
Mercantile. It's going to cost me a nickel.
$2.
I'm gonna go buy
What about
a
with your,
penny Coke afterwards with some peanuts
say
in
it.
it?
What about your senior citizen discount?
Oh,
I didn't
knew
get
he
a
was
senior
gonna say
citizen
it.
discount.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
get any senior citizen.
You could
discount.
probably bank on that, though. They're not going to check your ID.
That's right.
It's wonderful. It's a beautiful, beautiful
I left
film.
my ID in my rascal scooter.
And Ashley Judd is the mom, and she still manages to look stunning.
Does she
I
wear any
think,
prosthetics?
I think Ashley Judd is still Trey doable, in my humble opinion. I think
Very
she
nice.
looks
Single
really
now,
good.
though. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Is
pretty
she-
sure
oh,
she's
that's
in-
right. She's not with
She
a
broke
race
up
car
with a race
driver
car.
anymore.
Yeah.
That's
So, Mike, spoiler alert. At
you
any,
remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Of all the things during this
course.
discussion, you pay attention
Oh,
to that one.
yeah.
spoiler alert, does the dolphin end up the movie with his tail?
Though, as a matter of fact, all right, I'll give you the spoiler.
Oh,
Listen,
thank
I'll
God.
tell I'll tell everybody right
Finally.
now that this is a spoiler alert. So turn down your radios if you don't want
All
to know
of you that were
how
gonna go see it this
Dolphin
weekend.
Tale 2
That's right.
ends.
Luca,
okay?
turn down the radio.
Yeah.
All right,
Sophia,
it ends
enough.
where everybody, all the dolphins are rescued and they end up in the pool together. And right at the very end of the movie, the kid that's the little savant that deals with the dolphin.
Hi, Ted. Is that the guy? Have you seen my baseball?
He's great with animals.
He
though.
really
Hi,
is.
He's
Ted.
really great.
Hi,
at it.
Ted.
Yeah. He's got a stumpy little tail, but he's a good ass. So the kid who is Sawyer Nelson, that's the character played by Nathan Gamble, goes back
Wonderful.
and realizes that he hasn't fed Winter enough fish, so he has to go back and turn the lights on in the tank. And when he does, Harry Connick Jr. is there in the tank.
Oh.
And
Is he naked?
I mean, he's naked. Yes.
Heard about
And
that
it's,
SeaWorld. Didn't end well.
It's not pretty. He plays, of course, Dr. Clay Haskett.
Of course.
And then, of course, they shut the place down.
Yeah.
And the
And
SWAT team arrives. They have to disinfect. And actually, at the very end, you have Ashley Judd, who's in a white hazmat suit.
Yes.
And she holds up a baby Ruth and said, "I found your problem. I found your problem right here." And she takes a bite of it. That's it.
Sounds like a
Thank
pretty
you.
good movie.
We got to shock the pool now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Dolphin Tale, too. Fantastic. Hope you enjoy it. We'll take a break, come back with more fun and more thrills. You are listening to The Mike O'Mara Show.
Remember when rock was young, me and Susie had so much fun. Holding hands.
Welcome back to The Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Personal Capital. You know, there are lots of things I don't understand. I think I've demonstrated that over the last 24 hours. But some of the things I don't understand, magic tricks,
Right.
microwaves, the Kardashians. But I'm okay with all of that.
Okay.
The one thing I wish I understood better, my finances. I bet you're the same way. Between all your bank accounts, your stocks, various assets, your 401k, it seems like it's impossible to keep track of everything. Until now. Enter Personal Capital. Thank you, Rob.
Woo!
Personal Capital is a free and secure tool that will let you keep track of all your finances and do it in one place. Whether you use your computer, your phone, or your tablet, it's all right there on one screen with real-time and intuitive graphs. Personal Capital also shows you how much you're overpaying in fees and how to reduce those fees. Even better, with Personal Capital, you get tailored advice on how to optimize your investment. Face it, knowledge is power, and Personal Capital gives you the power. It takes 1 minute to set up your free account. Go to personalcapital.com/TMOS. Please do it for us, and do it to start growing your money, because we want all the Mike O'Mara Show listeners to get RICH rich.
Absolutely.
That's personalcapital.com/TMOS. There we are. So, yes, it was the movies for me yesterday, and had a wonderful time. Put
Any
me in a nice
snacks?
little
Snacks?
yeah, Rob. Yeah, there were snacks, and I'm not going to talk about.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
you know what? I was wondering how the Regal does with their popcorn.
Large popcorn,
Well, the fact
milk
is
duds.
that I was thinking when I looked at the lady who was a large woman
Yeah.
in front of me, a large man. I was thinking, really, for some people, and I really felt it with this particular woman, that movies are simply a food delivery system.
Yep.
That people go to the cinema really just to eat. And now
I see this at
Mike,
the Alamo. When you go to the Alamo where they have a full menu.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, but it is great now. I had to I'm thinking ahead. I'm going to see a movie this Sunday, Mike, where I'm actually going to have to think about actually getting something substantial to eat because the movie is 4 hours in length.
What
and
movie are you
let me
seeing
see. Well,
this
no, I
Sunday?
guarantee it won't be a current movie.
No,
No,
they
but
don't
it
make
is-
4-hour current movies.
It's in living color. It is in
Yeah,
living
it's
color.
in living. You're not going to see Gone with the Wind, are you?
I am.
What?
75th anniversary, Mike.
This is why this show works, Mike. This is why we hate him, but this is why the show works.
I hate him. I hate him.
Yes.
Oh,
Right
it's
now, I
gonna
hate
be
him.
so
Right
great.
now.
4
right
hours,
now.
what a waste of your life.
I was
2
giving
o'clock
Rob
on
some,
a Sunday? Perfect.
I was giving Rob some love messages last night.
Yeah,
saying thanks
you
for
were.
sending me all this stuff. This right now, I hate him.
No,
I hate
you
him.
don't.
Gone with the Wind.
I'm not
What
making
a
you
waste
go.
of- What are you
No.
going on Sunday, you old queen,
It's
when the
the
football
perfect time.
game's around?
2 o'clock on a Sunday, and you're in and out in time for dinner. And I'm very close to getting Robert to go.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that poor kid. Tell him.
Yeah.
Tell
He's gonna
him.
be bullied.
Uncle Mike says, "Don't
Yeah,
go."
yeah.
He'll hate it.
He'll hate
better
it.
off.
That'll be the message.
He'll hate it.
You know what? We hate the silent treatment. How about some silent treatment on Sunday?
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
That's right.
well,
He
I have
will
to
hate
be
it.
silent. That's the
What
rule.
the hell are those headphones? What in the name of God are those green Ninja Turtle headphones?
Yeah, they
down
look like
there?
a melted highlighter. Well, what happened is a sign just was loosened, and
Yes.
so instead of fixing it, Max sprung to his feet and ripped it off the wall.
It almost hit
Wow.
Oscar.
It did?
Look
Yeah, it was.
at
It was
those.
slowly.
It was falling. It was
And then
falling.
we
Coming
could
down.
have replaced Oscar's head with a prosthetic.
Mac,
and
let me
called it
ask you this.
Oscar tail.
What brand name are those headphones that you're wearing? Those lime green headphones.
Razer. It's a gaming headset.
Razer. It's for his games.
Yeah.
Razor.
Yeah. Oh, don't.
No, when you play your video
Poor
games, are
Mac.
they in stereophonic sound?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're like.
Oh,
what?
yeah.
You've got 16.9 surround
no,
sound.
No, it's just 2.0.
2.0.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
So it has a
2.0.
left channel and a right channel?
left
No,
and
no, we're
right.
not asking him any more questions. I'm
okay.
done. He
As was
kills the
indicated
show.
by the
Show
stereophonic
killer.
question.
Show killer. Show killer.
Show
Show
killer.
killer. Show killer.
God. So, Rob, are you going to Gone with the Wind in honor of your wife's birthday?
Not in honor of her birthday, in spite of her birthday. Carrie has twice seen Gone with the Wind with me in the theater over our marriage, and this is the honest-to-God truth. The last time we went and saw Gone with the Wind, and she went with me because she is a good wife. When
So
we
she
sat
doesn't
down,
want to go. Something wrong with that picture.
She has
She's
no
the
interest.
one who should want to go. You are. That is the queeniest of
Yeah.
queen.
Well, I'm going-
That is a 1940s chick movie.
39.
That has been a chick movie
39.
forever.
It is one of the greatest examples of Hollywood storytelling ever put on film. And especially
I'm
the
gonna
first
throw up.
90 minutes leading up to the burning of Atlanta is fantastic.
So
Digital
old.
restoration, it's going to be great. But I
You
will
know, I've
say
never
this-
seen it. I've never seen it in my
Well,
life.
that gives you total right to talk all about it then.
Most people today that are alive and kicking haven't. If you think
Yeah,
about
they haven't
it.
seen that
No,
movie, Gone
no.
with the Wind.
I
It's
refuse to
boring.
let Oscar.
It's amazingly
no,
boring.
no.
Oscar is
terribly
not
boring.
allowed to participate in
Doesn't
this
hold up.
conversation because up until he did this podcast, he thought the movie Casablanca was about the White House.
hey. Casablanca.
I know.
White House.
Yes, but it's
Hello.
also a city. It's a city from near where you come from. No, I guess a different continent.
Yes.
But they also speak a foreign language.
Well,
So-
what are you doing? How about let's talk about others for a change instead of what you like, and
Right.
you try to drag everybody to what you enjoy, and that's your whole
Isn't
life.
Equalizer
is taking
coming out this
people-
weekend?
I'm taking, you know what? Here, Mike, I am.
Denzel Washington. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. That's next on my list.
I'm taking my mother. Okay, and she's gonna be crazy about it.
Was it your idea or her idea?
Once I told her it was up,
I know.
she was excited. You know what? She doesn't have the wherewithal or the internet savvy to search out the screening. I surprised her with tickets. Yes, you know
I know
what?
you have two kids, but I think
Right.
really
Julia
Carrie
will
might
go.
be-
Julia's
Carrie
going
might
on
be
purpose.
a beard.
No, I love to make love
Oh,
to women.
so gross.
The last
Going
time I
with-
took
yeah,
Carrie,
it's like,
to
what are you
see-
doing on Sunday? Going to the Redskins game? No, I'm going to see Gone with the Wind with my mother.
Mike,
Yes,
I
yes,
think
Truman
everyone
Capote,
knows.
go ahead.
I think everyone knows the Redskins play Thursday this week.
They do.
So
your
that-
beloved Giants.
It freed me up. The last time I took Carrie to see Gone with the Wind, when she sat in her chair in the theater, she actually sat and turned and pulled her knee up because she knew she was going to fall asleep in the next 20 minutes. Bless her heart. Isn't she great? That's why she's
wonderful.
a great wife. She
What are you
went
doing
with-
for her birthday? When is her birthday?
Her birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Let's get her on. Can we get her on the line?
Oh,
Can we
yeah,
get her on
yeah,
the line?
yeah, yeah.
She's at work. We can try, but she might be extraordinarily busy.
Let's try. Can you give the work number to
Absolutely.
Oscar?
Hold on a sec.
And see if we can call. This is spur of the moment, spontaneous live radio. You know, we live to tape. That's the way we do it. But I really
This
would love
might
to
be her
get
first
Mrs.
time
Spivak.
on the phone on this.
That's wonderful. She's
on this
very
podcast.
she's very very nice, and she's very funny.
She had a
and-
bad break yesterday. Is for her birthday. Our
Leg?
No. Well, she just wouldn't listen, Mike.
Pep talk.
I helped her out of the elevator.
Oh man,
Is that too soon? It is. I withdraw the remark.
That's
you're not beating anybody up.
So
You're being beaten
no.
up.
the problem is that on her
coming back from
birthday,
Gone with the Wind. Yes.
I'm sorry, Karen.
coming out of going into her birthday, our refrigerator died. And
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my God! In the
Shucks.
Spiewak house.
tell me about it.
The Spiewak house. If the refrigerator dies in the Spiewak house, that is big trouble in Little China. Everybody,
It is.
it's nasty.
We've got the line up and running.
Okay.
All right,
We're
let's
gonna
give her a
call.
call.
We're gonna call Carrie's job. Her job in retail.
Right. Oh, she's got to be
Hello.
having a great time.
I'd like to order 500 dresses, please. Do you have them all in basic purple?
I need 10
I need 10,000.
evening
So
gowns.
that means you'd have to go to another store. Is that what you'd have to do? You'd have
Let's
to go to
try
another
one more
store.
time here.
Okay.
All right, very good.
Call again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of Skype.
Skype is right. Skype on the 20.
On
So
the
much
20.
She will. She
forward.
actually wasn't supposed to go in today, but she went in voluntarily.
Thank you for calling Johnson York.
Oh, hi, Star.
Yes, I'd like to
Hey!
speak to Carrie Spiewak, please.
Hold on, I'm gonna look for Carrie Spivak.
Thank
Hold
you
on.
so much.
Thank you. That's Carrie's boss, Stanka. She's so charming. She's from Bosnia, and one of her greatest mispronunciations, she calls the Keystone State Pennsylvania.
Well, if she married that, hello.
This is Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carrie. Happy birthday to you.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Oh my God! Hang up on her.
It's your husband of 18 years at his job.
It's everyone from the Mike O'Mara Show, Carrie. You're on the air. Yay.
She's drunk.
Well, you're a day late, but I still appreciate it.
Yes, we are a day late. Well, that's the story. That's the story of my life. Hey, Carrie, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What do you think of Rob going to the theater to sit in the theater for 4 hours to see Gone with the Wind? What are your feelings about that?
Just as bad as him going and sitting through Singing in the Rain and all those other.
But be fair. But
That's
baby
all
doll,
you need. Carrie, you pulled it. You hit it out of the park.
But
That's
baby
perfect.
doll, be fair. I've stopped
Baby
inviting you
doll.
to come along, right?
Maybe it won't be as bad, though, if he doesn't sit at the end of a little boy's birthday party for the Grease sing-along.
That's right.
Like a pedophile.
So glad Stanka was able to find you at the store.
You're the best. Well, I know you're at work. We're very, very nice to take our call, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday, Carrie.
Thank you. Is my present in the mail?
Yes, absolutely. You know what?
Charming.
Next week I am flying up to D.C., and, I'm going to be bearing gifts, okay? Let me just say, I don't like to carry a lot of stuff on an airplane, but you can certainly carry automobile keys in your pocket. Hey.
Exciting.
Has Oscar burned mine already?
No.
Nice
no.
callback to
You
the
gotta let
Christmas
it
party.
go.
Yeah, she'll never will.
No,
she
I
never will.
understand.
Get one beer in her, and she's all about it.
All right, well, happy belated birthday, Carrie, and we will talk soon.
Thank you.
Love you,
Ciao,
sweetheart.
ciao.
So-
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There she goes.
Bye.
That's cool.
Please never ever call her again.
Singing in the Rain is
killer.
She wins.
She got it. She got it.
She automatically
Now,
wins
you know
with that
that's
pull.
that's my dad's favorite movie.
Singing in the Rain.
God, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
It doesn't.
I mean,
it doesn't.
You know,
when you raise a child right, you know what's quality. That's what the deal is with that. Mike, that's the name of that tune. When's the last time you sat down and watched it?
I haven't.
You
I've
see,
never
you
sat down
can't
and watched
comment
it.
then. You can't comment. You cannot.
He hasn't even. I mean, when's the last time you saw it? 20 years ago? 30 years ago?
You know what? You want to talk about my go-tos? I like. You give me, as Oscar mentioned, Denzel, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Denzel
Yeah.
coming out with another
Who
movie.
is
That's
currently
it.
working on a reboot of Singing in the Rain. You didn't know that. He's playing the Donald O'Connor part.
Now, here's the thing. I can relate to Casablanca, one of the great films of all time.
If not
but
the
when
greatest,
you
right.
talk about Gone with the Wind, it's so overdone and
No,
phony.
it's wonderful.
Fake.
It's
I know
great.
what you love about it. You like fakey pop culture history. You like fakey, like the old South being like a sweet, wonderful place to be.
No,
where
it's
all
not
the
that.
you know,
No. It
it's
is-
not.
it is what I
Rob's
bet.
view of the old South is not 12 Years a Slave. It's
No.
Gone with the Wind.
No,
where
Mike, just
all
because-
the slaves were very happy, and nobody talked about the fact that
Granted the
they were being
fact-
beaten in the backyard.
Mike, it is a truth that the War of Northern Aggression had a darker side of the sadness part. But this is a movie that is a
hold on a
wonderful
second.
part.
In Gone with the Wind, you know who the villains are? The villains are the Northerners.
Really?
Because they
No,
burn
no.
Atlanta. They burn
Oh,
Atlanta
my
and they get
God.
people displaced.
They
Am I
are
right
not-
or wrong about
They are
that?
not villains in it. The war is a character in the picture. Scarlet is the actual thing. It's not a man versus man conflict.
They don't
It's a man
trouble
versus
themselves.
society.
They don't trouble themselves with picking a pesky side in the War of Northern Aggression.
No.
They don't need to do that.
The
at all,
war,
no.
Mike, the war of Northern Aggression. But it is a movie that for 4 hours, nearly 4 hours, it tells a great story, and it really does hold interest for the first 3 hours or so. It falls apart a little bit at the end. Great storytelling. Also, and I will give you this, one of the things I find fascinating about the movie is the backstory of getting it made, because it was the biggest movie ever made. It is, the equivalent of Titanic in our life.
blow my brains out.
Oh,
right
you
now.
go ahead then. And if we do, let's film it in full color and put it on the screen. Mike, come back.
It's not a Titanic.
No,
it's
it is.
not.
It's absolutely the Titanic of its time.
How many? What's the box office?
The box office adjusted. It is still the largest.
Adjusted.
Well, yeah.
Adjusted.
How are you gonna
Everybody
put a-
bought tickets for that movie with with $2 bills.
No, but the thing is, of course, but you can't really put it up against Titanic when movies were $10 versus movies that were
Mike's
25
passed
cents.
out.
Mike, I wish you'd come
God.
back.
Mike.
What?
We're back.
What?
We're back.
There's a
What?
great scene in Gone with the
Apologize.
Wind where there
He
is
blacked out.
there is a horse that has no tail, and they make a prosthetic
Great
tail.
scene in The Godfather. There's a horse with no body.
That's also right. That's right. I remember that. But you see, I just don't feel that you should be allowed to comment on it if you've never actually seen it. What you're doing is
I saw
you're
bits and
echoing.
pieces of it. It's like,
That's my favorite scene. That's the scene with Nell, right?
Nell Carter?
Winning a tay, chicken pay. Miss Scarlet, winning a tay, chicken pay. That's the part.
frankly, Scarlett, I just don't give a damn.
But,
yeah, you
but
bitch.
it's not fair for you to comment on it if you've never actually sat down and watched it. It's a great
frankly,
film.
Scarlett, I'm going to watch Masters of Sex.
And it's a,
Yeah.
oh, and the
How much are the
Technicolor is
tickets?
great. The tickets were, I think, $12 each. So, and we got a little crowd going. Julia's bringing her friend and her friend's mom. And I've got an extra ticket if anyone wants to buy me.
wild card.
Hold it, wait
Wild
What's this?
card.
Hold on a second.
What's this?
Hold on, friend's mom?
Yes.
Let's stop everything. Friend's
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah,
Attractive?
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
now we
from the
know.
Supper Club. We actually sort of hatched the plot.
Is this the hot mom from the supper club?
Mike, every mom in the Supper Club is hot.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah,
get
Yeah,
me
but
You're
there's
being
one that's
politically
like the main
correct.
hot one.
He's
I think
sneaky.
they're all
Oscar
all equally
is as
Carrie's not going to want to
sneaky
go. We'll bring the
as-
girls.
Yeah, we'll bring the. I'll be on now.
But I would be there.
We can
It's,
sit
not, it's
next
a
to each other.
non-issue. It's a
I'll
non-issue.
stare down your cleavage.
That's right. As a matter of fact, we're hoping her husband will come.
Oh, he hasn't confirmed?
No, as a matter of fact.
Are we?
Yeah.
We
Are we?
Yeah, on
We are
Sunday,
really?
I'm sure he's
Are
going to be
we
watching the
really?
games.
I don't think this guy's a big football guy. No.
What's he
He
into,
was
soccer?
this guy. This is Doug. Do you remember when we had the gentleman who at the supper club meeting got the crippling case of stomach distress and had to leave because he had a case of the Dougs? Remember?
Oh
He-
yeah. I remember
This
that
is
guy
Doug.
got sick.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
so-
Doug's a very slight guy.
He's fit, and actually we sat next to each other when we went to the Tuscarora football game, the high school football game that's near my house, and
Right.
he had about the same, I would say, an equivalent interest in the sporting event that I did. So I think we're pretty well matched.
Oh, okay. The poor kids out there busting their heads, and they're out there, and you're just mockingly sports game.
Hey,
I
Casablanca,
never
you
mocked
in?
anybody. We didn't mock anybody. What we did is-
hope you don't get a case of the Dougs and we can go to see Gone with the Wind. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
What happened to the foreigner? I know there's something you want to talk about. The foreigner that tried to fix your refrigerator.
Yeah, we think the problem with the fridge, Mike, was a bad relay, which would be great. That's the least expensive solution. It's
Okay.
not the motherboard. It's not the compressor.
Let me open it up, Mr. Spiewak. Okay, I'm looking in here right now. I'm trying to see what we got here. We got a problem here, and oh my goodness, you got too much stuff in here. You got too much food. You got all the Kirkland ice cream, vanilla, and it's too much.
We lost so much
It's-
food, but that's
it's
for
too
another
much.
time. He came, and he actually was like 20 minutes late for the appointment because he was coming in from Beirut, and it was a long drive. So there was a knock at the door, and
You cannot have tater tots this much in freezer. You cannot have tater tots this much in freezer. You're going to break your refrigerator every time.
so he comes in and he says, first of all, he says, "Please, I am needing you to turn off your oven because the fan, she is making too much noise. I cannot hear what I'm listening for." And I said,
Try
"Okay."
to listen for glitch. Little glitch in the refrigerator does not seem to work.
So
you know?
he took the back off and he's looking at it and he says, "This is LG refrigerator. It could be many things. It could be a relay board, could be compressor. I'm hoping it is a relay that is cheaper. However, no way to get part before Monday. It is too close to the weekend." And I looked at Carrie and I said, "You realize we're closer to last weekend
Yeah,
than
it's
we are to the
Tuesday.
next weekend."
Hey, it's Tuesday.
What calendar is he looking at?
So he picks up his phone and he calls in and he goes, LG refrigerator, serial number Apple Charlie Dennis 2698, and then he looks at me and he shrugs as if this is my problem. Yeah,
I don't know.
And he says,
I don't know.
"We are ordering all parts and they will all be here. We'll only use what we need."
I need check for $75. I get back to you to fix it later.
Exactly. This is what he closed with. He said that he would.
No,
go
he closed
home.
with this as he was walking to his car. As he was walking to his repair truck. There he goes.
He laughed. He said, "Since I am not sure what is wrong with your refrigerator, I'm going to go home and search it on the internet. I will be in touch. $45 now. May I use your bathroom?"
Oh, my God.
He'll be back.
He
That's
will.
great.
And also, I just want to correct what Carrie posted on Facebook. We did not lose all the food in our refrigerator and freezer. We were able to save the soy sauce and the maraschino cherries.
Oh, hey, well, then you're a happy
Big
man.
win.
I think you know what's for dinner tonight.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. News you may not need. Coming up next, everybody.
Every Monday, listen to the gut-wrenching, tongue-twisting action on Americast. Get heart-pounding clips from the Mike O'Mara Show. Tick 411, Rob and Joe Show, and Cake and Cookies, the Rob and Katie Show. Hear fans of more broadcasting say tear apart through more broadcasting on iTunes, Stitcher, and of course, MikeO'MaraShow.com. Catch the action. Americast, part of the More Broadcasting Network.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Amazon. We need to remind you, Amazon, #1 way to support this show. Everybody, get to Amazon and go through our page. You don't spend any more money. Still get the great deals at Amazon, but you help out our show. And now here with today's Amazon item of the day is Mr. Rob Spewak, everybody.
Thank you, Mike. Right now, even as we speak, some lucky listener is having the time of their life on a beautiful Dell Latitude E6400 laptop.
What was the delay? Did you have a cranial cramp there?
It's
Is that what it
drama. I've
was?
been doing it all week. Don't look for
Okay.
trouble where there
All
isn't.
right, man.
How dare you?
asking. All right, sorry.
It features an Intel Core 2 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, and a full-color 14-inch display. It comes with an AC power adapter from Dell. Thanks for shopping our Amazon link. Back to you, Alan Ludden.
And yes, never fear, Amazon still sells tubas, tag, brass knuckles, mayonnaise, and corrective shoes. If you need it, Amazon has it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. The best way to save money and support this show, bookmark it at MikeO'MaraShow.com and rest easy, my friend.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need. A comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, news you may not need.
Thank you, Mike.
You haven't done that in a long time. I do love that.
Hack nudes of Jenny McCarthy and Avril Lavigne showed up online yesterday, although in both cases, some of the pics might be fake. This continues to go on and on and on.
Avril Lavigne now 50. So
Jenny's rep says a small number of photos were indeed stolen from her account, but she added that many of them are, quote, not McCarthy's. That's her rep, so he added that. They're not McCarthy at all, but someone else, including the most explicit nudes are not Jenny McCarthy. In Avril's case, there are definitely legit pictures of her in lingerie, but there are also topless photos where her face isn't visible, so we can't be sure if they're really her. This just continues to go on and on and on.
Yeah,
my
but Jenny
God.
McCarthy, I think this is a plant. We talked about this before. Everybody wants to be on this list, right?
Exactly.
Jenny McCarthy has that new show on satellite radio,
And
she
she's
wants
still-
a little press, and everybody's. I mean, if you're a younger man, especially if you're my age, you saw her on Playboy. Like,
Yeah.
you've seen her naked before.
that's right.
Yeah,
You
something
know?
nasty. Something nasty though when you go trolling for those little
Yeah.
nudes
Who would
on
do
the
such a
line,
thing?
you know?
Yeah.
I know.
Mac. Green headphones.
Sarah Hyland, she's the older sister on Modern Family.
Yes.
Hot.
She got a restraining order against her ex-boyfriend, claiming that he physically and verbally abused her over the last 4 years of their 5-year relationship. Man, that's really nasty when it's a boyfriend. You know
Yeah.
that? Sarah broke up with Matt Prokop in August, but as recently as May, he pinned her against a car, choked her, and called her the C word because he didn't like what she was wearing. Well, yeah, that's I don't know. That's a horrible situation.
It is.
Sarah was so afraid of him that she asked her TV mom, Julie Bowen, to be at her house when she broke up with him. And she, Julie Bowen, actually witnessed Prokop lose his temper and throw a lighter at Sarah. Sarah also claims that over the course of the relationship, he threatened to set her house on fire. God.
I'd like to invite Julie Bowen to my house.
Doesn't have that lighter anymore.
No.
Told her she'd never see her dog again and sent her, quote, vile, threatening, and emotionally disturbing texts.
Oh, that's not okay.
Oh, and get this. Prokop went to rehab in August, but was released on Sunday, and the director of the rehab clinic actually told Sarah to get the restraining order.
Oh,
my
my
God.
God.
This is
This guy's
horrible.
a
You
piece
should be
of
able to
work.
lock somebody up for that. Like,
Yeah, I
not just
agree.
a restraining order.
Yeah.
That's 5 years of just abuse.
Yeah, not right.
Sarah plays Haley on Modern Family, and she is only 24. And really, we've heard it a lot yesterday. you hear people. There is no other stuff. Wrong is wrong on this.
Yep.
And you have to
And no
take
means no.
the steps to do
Sure.
that. It's very, very frustrating. So we'll see what happens with that. And I wish her the best. That's terrible. J.J. Abrams left William Shatner out of his first 2 Star Trek movies, even though he had Leonard Nimoy play the older version of Spock in both of them.
But
Well, that
why?
oversight may be corrected in the 3rd installment because sources say both the old Kirk and the old Spock will appear. At least that's what's in the script right now. It could always change.
Do they
if
have
it doesn't?
Do they have money in the budget for the toupee? Because it's going to have to be a really good toupee.
I love Shatner. I still love
He's the
Shatner.
best.
If it doesn't change, this will be the first time Shatner and Nimoy appear together as Kirk and Spock. It's the first time since '91 when they were in Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country. Now, there's a movie you can sit there and watch all afternoon.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Exactly.
fun.
I like all those Star
Is that
Trek
the one with
movies.
the whales?
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because that's right. Spock has a prosthetic tail.
That's right.
In, this particular one.
That's true.
The 21-year-old woman in Tampa with 3 breasts is a hoax.
Of
Nah.
course.
It's a hoax.
Huh.
Yeah.
You heard it here yesterday, folk.
Yeah.
On a page for her massage therapy business under her real name, she mentions that she's a, quote, provider of internet hoaxes since 2014.
Yep.
Well, this is the biggest one she's done, I guess. And when she lost her luggage earlier this month, she filled out a claim saying one of the things missing was a 3-breast prosthesis. So there it is.
But, I mean, how many times has
Whoop-dee-effing-do.
TSA seen that?
A man can dream, can he?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. It seems too complicated.
Anne Bendooley of Melbourne, Australia, was walking her 1-year-old Jack Russell puppy Lexi last week when suddenly a vicious terrier appeared out of nowhere and attacked. We don't have any video, but we do have the audio.
Oh, okay.
There's the attack right there. No, it's our generic dog sound.
Is that
That's
the
what we have.
terrier or is that the dog owner?
That's the vicious terrier that appeared out of nowhere. The terrier bit into Lexi's side, started shaking her, and Anne knew she had to intervene, so she thought back to something she'd read about stopping a dog attack. Go for the rectum.
Oh.
Now,
And that's just what she did.
Are you sure that's for dog attacks? Because that seems to be so many people's advice in so many
I know.
situations.
Penthouse
We've
letters.
said it for years on this show.
Name and address withheld.
Hey, I'm starting a new job on Thursday, Mike. What advice do you need? Go for the rectum.
Hey, I'm going to the Regal Cinemas. Do you have any advice for me?
Yeah, go for the rectum. Anyway, that's just what she did. She said she pulled the terrier's tail up and jammed her finger in his no-go
Oh,
hole.
my God.
Right up to
that
the
is
knuckles, she says.
not
And,
okay.
Not okay. First off, who has the wherewithal to say, okay, let's get this done?
Exactly.
I mean,
And
I
that's
would
a
say
two-
you kind of shoo it off.
That's
Or-
also a two-handed gesture if
or-
she had to pull the tail.
Or Jack Black.
yeah. True enough.
That's how I roll. Anyway, it worked. The dog was so shocked it let her puppy go, and Lexi needed 10 stitches, but survived. So,
Oh, man.
so it worked. So next time hey, if you had a pit bull on you,
Yeah.
if somehow you get attacked by a pit bull and you're in the middle of that, you might think about that.
Go for the
You might
rectum.
really think about
Well,
that.
the thing is now that not
all the
only-
way up to the 3rd knuckle.
the dog,
Oh,
the terrier did release, but now he keeps sending her flowers.
Oscar doesn't like anything around the butt.
No,
It's
he
funny
doesn't.
when he
He
gets
doesn't.
uncomfortable.
And
Moving
did you
right
mean
along.
the rapper or the breed pit bull?
I don't know. A guy named Timothy Walls was at a Costco in Portland, Oregon back on January 28th of last year, and as he was leaving, they stopped to check his receipt. I frankly hate that at Costco.
I love it.
Why do you do not love it?
I do love
Stop
it.
that.
It's a great chance to
Well,
thank the people that provide me with
also,
such a wonderful
his
place.
cart is full to the brim.
Exactly.
With a zillion things. He
No,
wants
they
to
don't
show
do
everybody.
that. Excuse me. There are other big box stores. You walk out, you have security, you have little stuff. You don't get checked like they do at Costco. It's antiquated.
It is
It's
antiquated.
not
They
necessary.
should scan your cart.
I think it's wonderful.
They have the
So this-
money. They have the money to do it.
This guy felt like the store didn't have the right to stop him like that, so he refused to let them check it. I might really side with this dude here. An employee grabbed him. They started arguing. It escalated. Another employee ended up kicking him in the leg and broke his leg.
Oh my God! He should have gone for the rectum.
He is.
Let go of that receipt, man.
Exactly.
I have to go on, but I shouldn't. So now he's suing Costco for $670,000. His lawyer says it was within Timothy's rights to leave, and the store stopping him violated his Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches. There's no word from Costco on the lawsuit, but I do hate that. Every time I go through that, it's like, why this hassle? I just
Already
paid
paid
for all my stuff.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's a
give me
big
break.
sign up that explains why they do it. I just have never read it.
Way to support him. Thank you. 19-year-old Star Shield Williams of Kenly, North Carolina. I'm sorry, that's Kenly, North Carolina.
Of course.
Was driving her red Ford Mustang around 10:30 p.m. on Monday and was speeding when she passed a cop. When he tried to pull her over, she sped up. Then they got into a chase where she topped out at over 100 miles per hour.
That's a violation, sir.
You see? When she finally gave up and stopped, she told the cops it was all an accident. Her foot had gotten stuck on the gas pedal.
Oh, dear.
Not the gas pedal getting stuck. She said her foot had gotten stuck on the pedal. Amazingly, that excuse didn't work. She's facing a felony fleeing charge plus other charges for reckless driving, speeding, and failure to stop for a siren.
Siren!
You see?
You see?
Remember, people, cars don't drive recklessly. Feet do.
Well said, Mike.
Maybe it was well. Anyway, we'll take a break. Come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Everybody.
Carla O'Mara here. You know what I was just thinking about? Yeah, you guessed it. What am I always thinking about? Rob Spiewak. He's so much easier to talk to than those other guys on the show. I think it's his approachability that makes him so special. Why not approach Rob with a letter for the mailbag? Send your message to Rob at MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's Rob with 2 B's. The extra B stands for bag. Some of us might get into trouble if we talk to Rob.
All right.
But
Okay.
you can do it again and
All right.
again and again.
Right. You get to see her
with
soon.
your Fingers, a keyboard,
Okay.
and
all
a
right.
willingness.
All right.
to
Okay.
let
All right.
yourself
Let's go. Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. How's your fantasy team doing? Are you stuck with a player that all of a sudden isn't quite as valuable as you thought he'd be? Huh? Well, imagine resetting your team every week and playing fantasy football for real money. You can do it.
You can do it.
At FanDuel.com. Be like Matt Nichols of Ohio. He turned a $25 deposit into over $25,000 playing fantasy football at FanDuel.com. FanDuel.com is the leader in one-week fantasy football leagues for real money with immediate cash payouts. There's no season-long commitment, no upfront fees. Contest entry fees start at just $1, and the money is real. FanDuel is paying out more than $10 million every week. That's not for the season. That's
Wow.
every single week
Huge.
this NFL season. So get started today and win. Just click the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use the code TMOS. The first 50 to use the TMOS code get their deposit matched up to $200. FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. That's FanDuel.com, and sign up today. Without further ado, let's open up the audio vault for Wednesday, September 24, 2014. Rob Spiewak.
What a great time we live in, Mike. I know you've had your issues with the internet over the past couple days, but
Yeah, not a good time for me, pal.
But it is a great time. For example, we talked a few weeks ago. It might have been hard for some of the parents to go to back to school night in Loudoun County. And,
Right.
you know, if you can't actually go to the school night, you're going to miss out. Now, in the age
No,
of
if you
the
can't go
internet,
to the back to school night, go for the rectum.
That's right. And that's the motto, Mike, in Fairfax County,
Amen. Right.
where they have put their back-to-school night presentation online. So if you wanted to hear the address that was given by their at-large member, you can actually click on YouTube and hear it. And that's pretty fantastic. That was impossible 10 years ago.
Right,
So let's hear what
absolutely.
he has to say. This is Fairfax County at-large member Ilrong Moon.
What is at-large member? What does that mean?
That is one of the members of the school board. I don't know what at-large means to
That just
determine
makes
from
it
someone
fancy.
else. I think it's like a
Yeah.
fancier title. But listen to
Okay.
what he has to say. This is quite valuable.
Good evening. My name is Il Youngman. I'm a large member of the school board. It is my great pleasure to address you this evening. And I would like to thank your principal for this opportunity to say hello. This is a terrific school with a staff that promotes lifelong learning and responsible citizenship, and expects honesty,
we get it.
integrity,
Okay.
and respect from every person who enters his
That
door.
man's worked his whole life.
You see, Mike?
His whole life. To
Think
the
of the
bone.
people that are working and they
I love
just say,
this
"Oh
show.
my God, I can't
really
get to
love
the
this
school."
show.
And
So this moment right here, that moment right there, that's my moment. You boys give me a moment every time. When Oscar said that, that was my little moment on the show. He's worked his whole life. Rob's over
As
here
the
falling
parent
out
of
of
two
his chair.
FCPS graduates who are now even out of college, I can tell
An
you that
educator.
your children
Yes.
are getting on.
the man has given his life to betterment of children, and that's why it's so great that he's accessible.
It's important for you to get to
Okay,
know your
okay,
child.
move on.
All right.
Move on, please, for the love of God.
Other great people on the list today, Mike, include a man who is awesome. Who's often go for the rectum.
Oh, go for the rectum,
Mike,
please.
that's what today's theme of the audio vault is. I'm thinking on my feet. Today is lists of great people.
Go for the at-large rectum.
Today's largest rectum belongs to Mike Tyson, who was asked if he was in his prime and he fought Muhammad Ali. Bless you, Oscar. Muhammad Ali in his prime, who would win? And you know what's neat about this is that Tyson is not known for his humility. And he gives, I think, a really honest reply here. Tyson at 20 versus Ali at 20.
You at 20, Muhammad Ali at 20. Who wins this fight?
There's no man like him. There just isn't. Everything that we have, he supersedes us, and even in our arrogance and our ego. He's fast, but he really doesn't have any great qualities that you can really see besides his agility.
So is that yeah? Do you beat him? Or?
No, nobody beats Ali.
Nobody beats Ali. Wow. Okay.
It's not muscle memory. It's concentration. It's him doing it, never stopping, and he's dead tired. And I said, I can't beat that man. Hell, no. Hell, no. No fucking way.
I just thought that was great.
That is
Hey, he's
great.
honest. I like it. Great answer. Really well thought out. Great answer. He said what he's saying is the persona in the ring is what did so many of these better athletes, better boxers, better punchers. Ali beat them all because Ali would get into the ring and he's a magician in the ring. He knew how to win.
He brought up something really notable. He said Ali never landed a quality body shot. He was all about technique, accuracy, and it was just agility. I thought that was
what
really
he
cool.
would do, I think what Ali did, and I watched a lot of Muhammad Ali fights growing up, and I will tell you this, I think what he did more than anything else is he gassed his opponents. I mean, they really were so often, Muhammad Ali fights were frustrating to watch sometimes because they would go the distance, not a lot of knockouts after his really young when I think he knocked out Sonny Liston. But it was, that's a good answer, and it's an honest answer. I like that.
The night he fought Frazier, I think the second time was the night I was born, March 8th, 1971, and my parents almost named me Cassius.
Wow.
Speaking of great people, Mike.
That would have been great.
Cassius Spivak. His name is Samus Policelli. Of course, you know him from the band Decrepit Birth. He has a new song out called Fart Metal, where the basic rhythm track is all actual farts.
Well, I think this band is obviously taking the advice that we gave to the at-large school member.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what he would think about this song.
Right.
Good evening. My name is Il Youngman. I'm a large member of the school
That poor
board.
guy.
It is my great pleasure to address you this
Remember,
evening.
Oscar worked this
And
whole
I would
life.
like to thank your principal for this
Worked his whole
opportunity
life.
to say hello.
In one of the greatest school systems in the world, Fairfax
Right.
County. And I want
Very
to
good.
applaud him for doing his great work.
Bravo.
How did you find that?
The world is my oyster. I'm always searching for great educators and Mike, great men. And our last great man today, as we salute all great men in the audio vault, David Letterman with his, did you know they're doing the climate summit in New York City? And they've brought in people from all over the world, including diplomats.
When the world leaders come to the United States, they have what is called diplomatic immunity.
Yes, yes.
You know, and that means they can just get away with anything.
Apparently so.
Yeah, it's like being an NFL player.
That's
what that is.
When Letterman sinks his teeth into something he doesn't let go, he's
This is
kind
true.
of peeved at the NFL. That is your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
We got to get out of here. Don't forget, it's CAT 2014, the Mike O'Mara Show live. We are returning to the Mandalay Ballroom at the Circus Hotel and Casino in scenic, beautiful Reno, Nevada, Saturday, November 15th at 8 p.m. Get your tickets by calling the Circus box office at 800-648-5010. Do it today. And listen, we want you to market this for
Spread
us,
the
okay,
word.
folks? Because the fact is, when you do one, it's fantastic. When you do a second one, you got to work harder. And we need all of you to spread the word for the Mike O'Mara Show
be a lot of
live.
fun.
We've
the
sold
Twitter.
a lot
Do
of
the
tickets.
Twitter,
We
yeah.
need to sell a lot more. We want you to do it for us. So anyway, check it out. That's November 15th, 8 p.m. at Circus. 800-648-5010. We got to get out of here. For Oscar Santana, Oscar, we'll see you tomorrow in Los Angeles.
Mañana, man.
Yeah, baby.
And for Rob Spiewak and Oscar, Mike O'Mara saying bye-bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Now that the show's over, don't forget to sign up for your free trial of Personal Capital right now. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the Personal Capital banner, or go to personalcapital.com/TMOS. Again, click the Personal Capital banner on MikeO'MaraShow.com, or go to personalcapital.com/TMOS.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.